If you fail, it will be a massacre.
Hey everybody, we're back and we are going to see 1917. Cassie can't talk today. She's lost her voice, much like the Jay and Silent Bob reboot video. Again, she's back to being Silent Bob, but that's okay. I will translate what she is feeling and conveying and all that, and all that fun stuff. I asked her about the movie. She said she hadn't heard much about it, which makes sense because like it's kind of a smaller movie. It didn't get a lot of advertising. It's kind of one of those movies that people keep just talking about and all that kind of stuff. Her prediction score is a 7. I'm gonna go with a prediction score of a 9. I know, right? I hear it's really good. It's a war epic, and the big thing is that it's one continuous shot. Now, of course, it's not really one continuous shot. You know, there's some seams where they connect it to make it feel that way. But from what I understand, it's like World War I, and we're following this one guy through the trenches with his buddies. And he's on the battlegrounds, and he has to make it through. But it feels like one continuous shot, as if you're in the platoon with him. I don't know much more. I know Sam Mendes directed it. I'm not sure who the actors are in this movie. I don't have a lot to say going in. I'm sure we're going to have a lot to say coming out. So we will see you after this break. Boop. Okay, so we're back. We just saw 1917. We went in and Cassie gave it a 7 out of 10 as a prediction, and I gave it a 9 as a prediction. Coming out now, I know you can't talk. Throw some fingers up. What do you give it now? That is a 9. She's giving it a 9, people, and I am going to give it a solid 10. It just won Best Director and Best Picture, and I remember watching the Golden Globes going, I haven't even heard of this. Like, I've kind of heard about this movie, but it just looks like it's one of those, like, long shot, pretentious kind of movies. Like, it's kind of like Birdman, where it's one single shot. I don't know. It's a whatever. I thought it'd be kind of lame. I was shocked. I would describe this movie as, like, it's like Saving Private Ryan good as a war movie, but you're following these two guys around as if it's like The Revenant, because it's shot like that, like you're with them the entire time. So if you could take a blender and put The Revenant and Saving Private Ryan, which to me are like both really good movies. I tried to find like the flaws in this movie. I couldn't find any, so I would give it a 10 out of 10. It's definitely going to make the top #1 spot, top 2019 films of the year for me. And yeah. You know, we're going to have to go into spoilers a little bit, because I don't know how to talk about this movie without going into spoilers a little bit. So skip ahead to that time mark right there if you don't want to have any spoilers. Alright, so going into it, straight out the bat, one of the nice little things in this movie is that it has a lot of cameos. You've got Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange, he's in there. You also got Andrew Scott, the guy who plays the bad guy on Sherlock. You got Colin Firth, he's like the general that sends him out in the beginning, or the Kingsman. And you've got Mark Strong, who's like also in there. So along the way, the main characters just keep meeting these different cameos, and like they kind of just like, hey, we got more bad news for you, keep going. But essentially, as I'm sure you guys probably know, it's about these two soldiers that are sent basically through enemy lines to get a message to a battalion of 1,600 soldiers to warn them that they're about to go into a trap with the Germans. And of course, there's all kinds of like things that hold them up. Lots of things happen, and it's not a boring movie. I thought for sure that it was going to be one of those, well, if it doesn't leave their point of view, if we're sticking with them, is it going to feel like 3 days? Is it going to feel like forever? I mean, I guess time does pass, but you don't really feel it. I feel like this is a movie that I would watch alone if I, like, you know, when I get it on Blu-ray or something like that. Well, no, just because, like, I enjoy the theater experience in that everyone's quiet, I can watch it, no one's interrupting me, no one's asking me any questions. It's like, it's a movie that I want to watch very locked into it. And like, you know, don't get me wrong, if I'm watching it with somebody who's also on that same level, it's just one of those, like, it's like a quiet place. It's like no talking in this movie. She's rocking the quiet place right now. But I thought it was excellent. I'm trying to think of like, I mean, it doesn't really have to be spoilers, I guess, because I spoiled the cameos, but like, I like that this movie did things. It would show you stuff without actually saying it, which a lot of movies do today. Like, there's one scene, for example, like I said, he jumps, he's getting chased by the Germans, and he jumps into the river, and he's under the water and whatnot, and he grabs a log, And you can tell this guy is just beaten down to hell. He's down to the core. And, you know, his face goes underwater because he's tired, but he almost looks like he wants to just give up. And all of a sudden, like, he looks around and he sees, like, all, like, the petals from, like, a cherry blossom tree. And, like, you know, there's no words being spoken, but, like, you know what's going on in his head. Because, like, earlier in the film, one of his comrades who died was telling him this whole story about the cherry blossoms and all that. So, like, it kind of... There was no words to be spoken, but it was all on this actor's face of, like, all right, I have a mission. I have to do it for him. I have to keep going. And I like that. I like a movie that can do that with subtlety without, like, you know... Some movies would do that in a much more obnoxious way. Like, they would have the same scene, but maybe they would add, like, a voiceover or a flashback. And you'd be like, you don't need to be so heavy-handed with it. Let the actor... like a theater performance. Let him do his thing. It was great. I really enjoyed it. I don't even know what to say about it. It's shot very well. I love the one scene in the middle of the movie where he's crossing through a German town and the whole town's on fire and it's nighttime and he's running through and like he's trying to do this thing where part of the town's on fire, so where he's running through with a path and they must have been shooting up flares. He was trying to time it so that, you know, he wouldn't be seen by the enemy, because every now and then he's getting gunfire, and he had to, like, you know, basically quietly kill a few people, and he had to get through, and then they see him, and he has to run through this whole obstacle course of a town, which is half burnt down, and then finally he jumps into, like, the river. And the whole scene is just, like, it's tension. The whole movie is tension. The first 10 minutes is set up, and then everything from, like, after that is, like, the roller coaster going over the top, just straight down. And it was really good. So I don't know what else to say. Like, I got no complaints about the movie at all. It's a good story. It came full circle. I was reading the trivia. It said that Sam Mendes based this on stories of his grandfather. So his grandfather, I guess, was in, like, World War I, and he took those stories and he translated it. This movie is very good in that it reminded me of Cloverfield, which is a crap movie. Because Cloverfield does the same thing where it's like, we're under attack, we're in danger. For whatever reason, TJ Miller is going to keep the camera on. But, like, it feels like that. It makes you feel like you can't, like, they have to escape. And the tension is never broken. They never give you that release, that comic relief. You're just going to keep going with it. And you feel like you're in the trenches with these two guys. A little sad in the end. I got a little choked up every now and then when they refer to different characters that get killed off and stuff like that. So I would highly recommend 1917 if you haven't seen it. It was shot on IMAX. I saw that. If you have an IMAX near you, definitely go check that out, because it's such a wide scope to see everything with action, and I think I just really enjoyed it. I'm definitely gonna pick it up when it comes out. It's a good war movie. It's like a dad movie. I feel like a dad would like this movie, you know, like, because it is like Saving Private Ryan or Band of Brothers. It's like, you know, it's like the guys just sit there and you watch the movie. You're gonna watch 1917. So yeah, I don't know. I just really enjoyed it. I don't know what else to say. You know, acting, great. I don't know who this actor is who plays the main character. I apologize for not knowing his name. To me, he looks like if you took a blender and threw in Macaulay Culkin, Woody from Toy Story, if he was a person, and Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones. It just something, I don't know if he's like Danish or Swedish or what, but he had a very, like, distinctive look, and he has a nose. The nose made me think of Woody. It looks like Woody. It kind of comes out. He looks like Woody in the eyes too. He's got like those blue, kind of small blue eyes. I'm like, you look like Woody from Toy Story. What? Does he? Okay. Well, maybe like the shape of them? I don't know. But he was really good. I don't know who he is. If he's in a movie, I would definitely check him out again. I'll just leave it written below here. And but definitely go check out 1917. I highly recommend it. And yeah, do you have any final thoughts? You want to whisper in my ear and I can tell them? Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been John, she's been Cassie, you've been Burned, and we will see you next time. Be sure to subscribe, comment, give us a thumbs up, and we have more videos on the way, so we will see you soon. Thanks for watching.
If you fail, It will be a massacre.